Let's move on to the entertainment for your wedding reception. So this could go many different ways. You could have a DJ, you could have a live band. There are so many fun ideas that you could incorporate into your wedding reception. So what are you feeling? Are you feeling more of the live band with that interaction? Are you feeling just a DJ? Or are you going to be the DJ yourself? Or are you going to create a playlist of your own for the dance? So what do you prefer? Talk that over with your fiance. Do any friends and family of yours have referrals for DJs? Is there someone that they have used for an event in the past that they loved, that they had good success with, that did a great job keeping the energy up with the crowd and keeping people engaged and having a good time? That's really important. So ask around. Word of mouth is so important. Ask the DJ or the band how long they have been playing for weddings or how long they've been DJing for weddings. That way you have a feel for if this is just a hobby or if they do this as their full-time career. So I have some questions for you that you can actually go through and interview a potential DJ or a band. All right, so let's do this. Questions that you can ask them are, how many years have you been a DJ or played together as a band? Is this your primary business? So if it's just a side hobby, they may not be super passionate. They may not have all the best sound equipment or be prepared with microphones for the speeches for the wedding, for the maid of honor and the best man to speak into. So hopefully if this is their main business, they will also have, like for a DJ in particular, the microphones for people to use, as well as the sound equipment for the dance. So ask them if they do this primarily as their main career, or if it's a side hobby and how long they have been doing it for. Ask them what percentage of their business is dedicated to weddings. Is this just a once in a random blue moon that they DJ for a wedding, or do they do this regularly? On average, how many weddings do they DJ or play at per year? Do they customize the music for each wedding reception, or is it all cookie cutter? Do they use the same music for every bride and groom? Hopefully they will cater the music to your liking and create a custom playlist for you. So definitely ask them if they will have an assistant with them or how many people are going to be in the band. That way you can provide a meal for them possibly. Otherwise, they may have already eaten before they come to the reception, since in fact, they will be working during the duration of your reception. But you may want to provide a to-go meal for them or snacks if they're taking a break from playing or if they just need some refreshments. Ask them how many hours they will be DJing or playing for. So what are their service hours? Are they arriving at 4 and they're staying until midnight? Or are they arriving at 3 and they're staying till 10? Make sure you have that clarified and that time slot signed off on, like on paper on a contract. All right, you can ask them if you're able to purchase additional hours also. So if they say, oh, I'll be there from 3 till 10 o'clock, but you're like, I really didn't want my reception to be over that early, you could ask them, can I purchase an additional hour or an additional 2 hours of your DJing services? Assuming that the reception venue will actually let you stay in the venue that long. Ask them if they need to visit the reception site prior to the reception itself. So hopefully you can find a DJ that is very familiar with the reception venue itself, because then they know where to set up, they know how the sound system works at the reception hall. That works so well. But maybe they have never been to this reception venue and they need to check it out to see if they have the proper setup for them or whatever the case may be. Ask them if they have DJ'd or played for a wedding at your venue before. So maybe they've played or DJ'd at the specific reception venue that you will have your wedding at. That is helpful to know because obviously they'll know how the whole venue operates and where they should set up. You can ask to see a sample playlist of theirs from a past wedding, maybe to get some ideas of what their style is like. You can also ask them if you guys are able to create your own playlist of song ideas or requests and submit them to him or her prior to your wedding. So ask them if they take a song request list from you. Also ask them how they handle song requests from the guests. So do they filter these song requests through the prerequisites that you give them? So if you say absolutely no cussing, but a guest requests a song that has only cuss words in it, will they abide by your rules, or do they just try to make the guest happy? Feel free to ask the DJ how they hype up the crowd. Like, how do they keep people energized? How do they keep people having fun? Ask them how they do that, because it is so important to a good reception to have a good quality DJ that will keep the guests entertained and engaged. You can definitely ask what sort of equipment they use, if they have an entire sound system, if they have wireless microphones or any fun lighting like uplighting for the walls. How much space do they need to set it all up? Are they relying on the reception venue to have any of this equipment? All very important questions to ask. Do they travel? You might absolutely love this DJ and have great recommendations about them from family and friends, but they might be an hour or 2 or 3 away from where your reception will be held. Ask them if they travel. And then if so, do they charge per mile, or will they need anything in regards to a hotel or a rental car or a flight if you love that DJ so much that you're flying them in for it? Feel free to ask what their payment policy is regarding what amount of deposit is required to hold that date, to reserve their services for your wedding. And then when is the remaining balance due? It might be due on the wedding day. It might be due 2 weeks before the wedding day. Find this information out. What forms of payment do they accept? And is there an extra service charge if you choose to pay with a credit card? A lot of times with these electronic cards and the processing, an extra fee is tacked on, so you may be paying a little extra. Is there a contract for you to sign with the DJ or with the band? You want to make sure that all of the service hours and the details regarding what time they will arrive and leave and any other details you need covered are in that contract and signed off on. So is there a contract to sign, or how do you go about reserving their services for your wedding date? What is their cancellation or refund policy? And will they, their assistant or bandmates, be needing meals at the reception? And do they have any dietary restrictions? So these are all great questions for you to ask the DJ, to interview them and see if they're the right fit for you or the band. Or maybe you're like, you know what, I'm just going to be my own DJ. That is totally fine. Create your playlist ahead of time and maybe have a friend or family member MC the wedding reception when needed. DJs are so great for this. They are typically the people who will announce the wedding party in. They get the crowd hyped up. They kind of instruct the crowd as to, so the first dances are going to happen in 5 minutes. Please make your way to the dance hall. Or the cake cutting is going to happen in 5 minutes. Please make your way over to the table to watch the bride and groom cut the cake. Or they announce the dollar dance is happening. Basically, they are the host for the evening. So make sure you find someone that is quality, because they will definitely impact the amount of fun that your guests have and the amount of fun that you have. And they will impact how smoothly the whole reception runs as well.